Okay, we'll go ahead and take our next question.
Hi, Alfonso Duro, ESPN Deportes. Your former team, Real Madrid, lost in the Super Cup against Sevilla. Manchester United has tied their first two games. Have you been keeping up with your former teams? Is that something that interests you at all, and how do you feel about it?
No, without a doubt, I've got great affection for obviously Manchester United because at the end of the day I'm a Manchester United fan and supporter, and of course Real Madrid because I'm a Real Madrid supporter as well because I've played for both teams. I've watched the games that they've played in. I've also kept track with some of the players that I played with over the years. So it's something that I've always done since I've left those clubs, and something that I'll carry on doing. I'll always look for the results of Real Madrid and Manchester United.
Okay, we'll take our next question.
Hi, David. Aras Golekian from Agence France Presse AFP. I was wondering, could it become a distraction? Could it, I would say, for those long commutes to England to join the national team, on the long run, could it be detrimental to the Galaxy?
Only time will tell. I don't believe it will. I think that I've adapted pretty well to the travelling so far. Even in the last 3 weeks we've done quite a bit of travelling around, and it does get tiring, of course. But I think if you look after yourself on and off the pitch, then you can cope with anything. It's something that I've not been used to in my career. Playing in Europe, we've only travelled like an hour or 2 hours to play other games. So I think that it's something that I will get used to and have to get used to, and I definitely don't think it's going to affect my performances for my country or also for the Galaxy.
Okay, we'll take our next question.
David, Brian Lewis from the New York Post. How is this what you dealt with here, the fan reaction, media frenzy, what have you? How is that? Has it surprised you what the reaction has been here, and how is it compared to what you had to deal with in Manchester and in Barcelona? Is this almost tame compared to what you had before?
Well, it's different. It has surprised me to a certain extent because coming to the US and not being as famous as a sports person in the US as other places in the world. It has been quite surprising the attention that I have received off the media, and I'm not complaining about it because it's there. It's part of my life. It's part of my family's life, and it's something that I have to deal with. It's definitely more so here than it's been anywhere else in the world for me. But it's something that luckily I'm actually used to, and something that I deal with hopefully in the right manner. It's the way I was brought up. I was brought up to be polite, and I'll bring my kids up exactly the same. And it's exactly the way I like to lead my life, and in being polite. So hopefully I do that in the right way.
Okay, we'll take our next question.
Hi, Dave. I'm Bernard from World Sport Magazine. It's my compliments with your last goal, just like the one you did to Ecuador. My question is, how do you feel for tomorrow's game?
I'm feeling good. I feel a little bit tired after the game the other night, and I'm aching a little bit because, funnily enough, my first training session was on the Tuesday, and my first game was on the Wednesday, and that's the first time I've really run like I've run and kicked a ball like I did for 8 weeks since I got injured. So I'm aching a little bit, but I'm ready for the game tomorrow. Hopefully my ankle will hold up like it did like in the game the other night. It felt good, it felt strong, and I was happy to be back playing. It's been a frustrating time since I got my injury and since I wasn't able to play in the games. I know there's been a certain amount of impatient people in certain places that I've not been able to visit, like in Dallas, but I apologise for that, and it's something that was out of my hands. I had an injury, and that's the way that was. But I'm happy to be back playing and enjoying myself again.
Okay, we'll take our next question in the front here.
Simon Lewis, Press Association. Just wondered if you could comment on your England call-up and the possibility of playing for the Galaxy 24 hours after the Germany game.
I haven't done that since I was probably 8 years old or 9 years old, where we used to play games Saturday, Sunday. but it's definitely going to be different. You know, I'm honoured to have been called into the England squad again, and something that I've always taken seriously and I will always take seriously until I stop playing for my country. Everybody knows that I want to play as many games as possible for England. That's why I'm travelling from New York and will travel from LA and wherever I am in the world to go back to meet up with the team. So we're looking forward to the game Wednesday. It's a big game. It's a friendly match, but I'm not sure, you know, any game against Germany at Wembley is a friendly. But it's something that we're really looking forward to because they're a great team. They've got great players, great tradition. And the last time we played them at Wembley, they beat us 1-0. So we want to return the favour and hopefully win the game. And then I'll be flying back early Thursday morning, arrive in LA about 12 o'clock, and then we've got a game at 7 o'clock. So hopefully I'll get a bit of a rest on the plane and then come back and play some of the game.
Okay, we'll take our next question. Grant?
Grant Wall, Sports Illustrated. Hey, David.
Hey, David.
As far as over the years, you've talked at times about being motivated to prove people wrong. And given some of the questioning that you've gotten because of the injury, was your performance on Wednesday night partly motivated to prove some people wrong?
Not really. I'm always motivated to play well in games, whether I have to carry on proving people wrong, or whether, you know, because I've been out and people have been impatient, the fact that I have to go out there and perform well. I know, you know, to be accepted in this country and to be accepted in this league, I have to perform to the highest that I can. And the performance in the week was just something that I was really pleased to be back in the team. Really pleased to be back playing, but it's something that, you know, in my career I have had ups and downs. You know, I've had disappointments, but I've been lucky to have been brought up in the right way to think, okay, well, now it's time for me to try and prove people wrong. And I've been lucky in my career also that I've been able to do it quite a few times, and hopefully it continues, because it's something nice that I can look back in my career.
Okay, we'll take our next question in the back.
Hi, David. Hi, Coach Yallop. Max Brothers, Fox Soccer Channel. A couple of questions. First, about the game tomorrow. Obviously, when a franchise from New York and a franchise from LA play, it's always a big event. And the possibility of making your MLS debut. And maybe Coach could chime in here as well about the role where David would play on the field. The Super League game, I know when he passed that ball, it looked like he was coming from central defense. He was very deep. Is that where he might be playing as the season goes forward?
That was because I was so tired.
Is it for me?
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's playing central midfield, and we just wanted, obviously, David to feel his way into the game. And I think that, you know, he was hunting the ball out, just trying to get on it, get the thing moving for us. So, you know, we obviously, as a team, we want to get closer to the, you know, opposition's goal, so David can really do his stuff. And I think that, you know, at times we did. I think that it was good on Wednesday, good signs. So, you know, the fitter and you know, more we can get David involved and play a bit better, that the better we'll be as a team.
And also, if David could just chime in on the New York-LA rivalry and a little bit about the game on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a huge game for us. You know, it's a huge game for both places in the US. You know, when like you say, like when teams come together, like the Yankees and the Dodgers. Am I right there?
Yeah,
I think so. You know, there's a huge rivalry, and that's always great to have. It's great to have not just in soccer, in our sport, but in all sports, in all walks of life. So it's always nice to have a bit of rivalry because it puts a little bit of a edge on the games, and they're games that I personally like playing in. I'm sure the manager likes being manager of teams that are involved in these games. So it's a huge game for us.
Great. At this time, I'd like to thank Los Angeles Galaxy head coach Frank Yallop.
Thank you.
And Los Angeles Galaxy midfielder David Beckham. Thank you for joining us today at the Intercontinental Hotel.